Good morning, and welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living Sarasota. We are here to support you in finding a personal relationship with the God of your understanding and in discovering what you already know. My name is Jim Grove, a licensed spiritual practitioner here at the center, and I greet you with Namaste. Namaste is Sanskrit and means the divinity in me recognizes and honors the divinity in you. Let's begin today by affirming our vision and mission statements. The words can be seen on your screen. Please feel free to read aloud with me. First, our vision, which is empowering spiritual growth as a loving, inclusive, worldwide community. And now for our mission. We teach science of mind principles and other life-affirming spiritual truths. We explore, we learn, we grow, we connect, honoring all paths to God. We offer in-person and online weekly services, classes, workshops, affirmative prayer support, and other spiritual tools. We create opportunities for joyful social connection, community outreach, and service. And we celebrate the awakening of our innate spiritual magnificence. And now, as we move into our time of prayer and meditation, I invite you to relax, close your eyes, and focus on your breathing in this present moment. Settle into your inner stillness as Bob Teesdale sets the tone for us with one of his own chants entitled, I Choose.
When I awake, I hear a voice telling me I have a choice to live in love or live in fear. And so right now, right here, I choose love. I choose love. When I awake, I hear a voice telling me I have a choice to live in peace or live in fear. And so right now, right here, I choose peace. I choose peace. When I awake, I hear a voice telling me I have a choice to live in joy or live in fear. And so right now, right here, I choose joy. I choose joy. I choose peace. I choose peace. I choose love. I choose love.
Please take these words from Ernest Holmes, the architect of our philosophy, as your own. I am free with the freedom of God. Today, I manifest this freedom in joy. I think of it with deep gratitude to the giver of all life and with a deep inward sense of my union with the whole. In my own will and imagination, I see myself free, complete, and perfect. I feel back to the center of my being, which is God, and I affirm that God's freedom is my freedom. And I include my own physical body in this freedom, as well as every activity in which I am engaged. I expand my consciousness and invite new experiences, knowing that they shall be created for me by the same power that makes everything. I enter into this freedom with complete abandonment, with the feeling that all things are working out well, and with the deep and sincere desire to live so that my freedom shall be imparted to others, that we all may feel that we are in partnership with the infinite. In gratitude and complete acceptance of this word of truth, I now release it into the immutable law of good, knowing it is already accomplished. And so it is. Today, the message by our spiritual leader, Reverend Karen Wolfson, is entitled True Freedom. Free or not, it's your own choice. But before we hear from Reverend Karen, I'm pleased to welcome back Bob Teesdale to sing I Am Free by Melissa Felipe. Welcome, Bob.
Laughter and tears, singing songs and loving you. Everything I say is proof of the freedom I'm living today. I have the power, my God-given right to choose. My heart leads the way, and I thank God I have freedom today. Freedom to feel what I choose to feel, freedom to think, and freedom to heal, freedom to be who I want to be, freedom to co-create my reality. I am free. 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 Now is the time you and I can change the world. The healing's begun. Seeing God in the faces of everyone. We hold the key. Love and forgiveness is all we need. We can show the way, and thank God we have freedom today. Freedom to feel what we choose to feel. Freedom to think, and freedom to heal, freedom to be who we want to be, freedom to co-create our reality. We are free, we are free, we are free, to co-create our reality. We are free. We are free. We are free. We are free. We are free.
Freedom to feel what I choose to feel. Freedom to think and freedom to heal. Freedom to be who I want to be. Freedom to co-create my reality. Hi everyone. This month we celebrate the birthday of our nation's Declaration of Independence and Freedom. And along with that, I'm reminded of the beautiful ideas of freedom and independence at the very core of religious science. A philosophy which is all about a God by whatever name you choose to call it. A God that lovingly created you and me with an irresistible impulse for free expression. I know we can feel trapped by the heavy burden of conditions outside our control, feeling anything but free. And yet, the truth is, despite all that's going on around us, we can experience freedom. Now, my title today is Free or Not, It's Your Choice. Free or not, it's your choice. And when I told Bob about this theme, he stirred up his creative genius and he wrote the chant that you heard him sing earlier. The one that reminded us to wake up and recognize that when I awake, I have a choice to live in fear or to live in peace. Now, more about that in a moment, but first let's check in. I have a couple of updates for you about our practitioner team. Our Jaren Nelson is stepping away from her role as one of our spiritual practitioners. She's not going away, but she's stepping away from that role. She loves her spiritual community, but she finds that she's no longer able to devote the necessary time to this important role because she has so many other demands in her life. But she wants us to know that the practitioner role has been an extremely rewarding and life-changing experience for which she will always be grateful. And she emphasized that she will continue as a supportive member, serving our center in various ways as time permits. I can't tell you how grateful I am for all that Jaren has shared so generously with us, not only as a practitioner, but also being one of our weekly presiders for these programs, and you may also recall her beautiful singing on many occasions. So thank you from the bottom of my heart, from the bottom of our hearts, Jaren, for your truly radiant presence. And now we are welcoming a new spiritual practitioner to the team, and she is Nicole Leeds. She has just completed her years of rigorous study and training for this important role. Now, Nicole has been an integral part of this center since 2014, and as a dedicated member, she has served joyfully and generously in so many ways. Many of you no doubt recall Nicole's warm and friendly presence as one of our Sunday greeters, and her festive seasonal decorations for our Sunday cafe area were especially delightful, along with all the healthy snacks she provided. Nicole also served in our Sunday presider rotation. I know you join me in welcoming Nicole to this sacred role of spiritual support to our beloved Center for Spiritual Living Sarasota community. Welcome, Nicole. So now, checking in, how has your week been? I am so happy knowing you are out there. You know, in the days between these weekly times together, you are in my thoughts, and I'm wondering, how are you getting along? What's going on in your life? Your emails and notes often do let me know, and oh, I love those. If you're watching us on Facebook Live right now, we enjoy your letting us know where you are, of course, and your comments. And to you, our team of financial contributors, you continue to be an absolutely essential part of all that makes it possible for us to share our message, our caring, and our connection. Thank you for standing by us. And thank you all for joining with us today. As I think of you, I still do continue to affirm and see you as vibrantly healthy and abundantly supported in every way. So now, as I was saying, free or not, your choice. That sounds swell until, well, life throws us a curveball. It could be as daunting and shocking as the pandemic we've collectively experienced, or it could be something in our personal lives. But I'm guessing that as you reflect a bit, you can recall more than one of those that you've experienced. I certainly can. And in these times, our initial reaction is, I didn't choose this, and we feel powerless. Well, I have a news flash for you. No spiritual tradition has ever guaranteed we wouldn't have challenges to face. In fact, Jesus, the master teacher, said, in the world you'll have trials, but be of good cheer. I have overcome the world. And what he was really saying is what his message always was, that the inner power he had to overcome trials and challenges, well, we have that too. And we exercise that inner power first by recognizing our power of choice. And the truth is, we always have a choice. Ernest Holmes, the architect of our teaching, said this. He said, we cannot live a choiceless life. Every day, every moment, every second, there is choice. We are always choosing every moment of every day. Even when we think we're not choosing, well, that's a choice. I know. Sometimes I'm not too crazy about that. But I'm not too crazy about feeling helpless and victimized by life either. Actually, reminding ourselves that we always have a choice is empowering. It's energizing. And it reminds us we're always in the driver's seat. We can't not choose. Life is always saying yes to our choices. Author Rick Hansen wrote this. He said, everything you say yes to is saying yes right back to you. Even those things you say no to are saying yes right back to you. And here's the really good news. Your choices are creative. They impact your experiences and even create new ones. Florence Scovel Shinn wrote, life is a game of boomerangs. Our choices, our deeds, and words sooner or later return to us with astounding accuracy as our experiences. So, I have 3 suggestions for how you can exercise your power of choice. And the first is choose your experience. That's right. True freedom is in choosing your experience. Reverend Petra Weldes, the co-minister of the Dallas Center for Spiritual Living, wrote this. Even if you're not free in your outer life, you are always free to choose your thoughts, your attitudes, and focus. You are always free to choose your internal experience. And I will add, and then, of course, your outer experience. And that is reflected in what you've chosen. Here's an example. Caitlin Kirby. Caitlin had received a lot of rejection letters on her way to earning her doctorate. Rejection letters from scholarship applications, articles to send to academic journals, and requests to present at conferences. So, she took all of those rejection letters and she folded each into a fan. Now, do you remember when you were a kid, you'd take a piece of paper and it was fun to pleat it and then open it up and you'd have a fan. Well, that's what she did with each of these letters. And then she connected them all and made them into a skirt, kind of a 3-tier skirt. I saw a picture of it and it was quite impressive. She wore it. She wore it as she presented and defended her doctorate dissertation. Successfully, I might add. Now that might sound frivolous and a little crazy, but she said she wanted to normalize the experience of rejection and actually take pride in overcoming it. She said, this process reminded me that succeeding in life requires a lot of applications, putting yourself out there, and often being rejected. but always learning from the process. Now, since earning her doctorate, Caitlin has won a prestigious Fulbright grant to go abroad and continue research in her field of urban culture. So, rejection, it can be a painful experience, but she chose to have a different experience of rejection. So that's number one. True freedom, choose your experience. Despite conditions, you and I can choose how to experience these conditions. Number two, true freedom, choose what is in front of you. Yeah, I know that's counterintuitive, especially when what's in front of me is not what I want. Here's a story about Patch Adams. Do you remember Patch Adams? He's a doctor, physician who practiced now for, I don't know if he's still practicing, but he's 75 years old, and for the last 50 years, he has devoted his life to giving free medical care to thousands of patients. And what I remember most about him, and what I think a lot of us remember most, is that he was so full of fun. He would often wear a red clown nose and joke endlessly with his patients because he firmly believes in the healing power of laughter. There was a movie about him a few years ago, and Robin Williams starred in it. Of course, who could be better? It was delightful. So, when Dr. Adams recently had his lower leg amputated, well, he made a video about it, wearing a hospital gown, and he made a point of announcing that he was thrilled with the idea that he could have a new nickname, Stumpy. He cheerfully described the miracle of his new prosthetic and, of course, the mobility that he gave him, but especially the fact that because of it, he now has a new prop in his comedy toolkit. He declares he's so delighted, saying, now I've been thinking of all kinds of new opportunities for clowning. You know, he realizes there's so much negativity around amputation, and so he has begun joking with the hospital staff, calling his new shtick Fun with Amputation. And this has been his message for healthcare providers all along. Lighten the mood and you will lighten the struggle. So that is number two, true freedom, choose what's in front of you. Number three, true freedom. Rather than dwelling on being free from, choose free to. Now here's what I mean. Very often when we contemplate freedom for ourselves, it goes something like this. I would be free if only, or if only I could be free from this situation, this condition, this relationship, this illness, this pain, this stress. And we neglect giving any thought to, once I'm free, well, what's next? What do I want to be free to experience, to do, to be, to have? Well, one of the best examples I love to share, so inspires me. My longtime dear friend Alan was diagnosed with early Parkinson's disease. I've told you this story before, and well, I keep coming back to it because to me it's one of the most inspiring examples of what I'm talking about. So when Alan received this diagnosis at a fairly young age, his response, he never asked, why me? He says, my first reaction was, well, why not me? I'm strong and I can handle this. So let's start working on this today. Not how can I be free from this, but how can I be free to get busy working on it? And he says, at the time, my son was 7 years old, and I said, I've got to stick around and help this incredible little boy grow into an incredible young man. Well, I am here to tell you that little boy has just graduated from high school and is now college bound. Of course, Alan doesn't sugarcoat his situation. Parkinson's sucks, he says. But he goes on to say, if you stop at that thought, life looks pretty bleak. So instead of worrying about all the things I can't do, in other words, wanting to be free from, I choose to look at the things I can do, all the things I can do with PD, with Parkinson's disease. all that I'm free to. And he says, here's something I've found that works for me. Change your story, change your life. And here's the amazing thing. He says, if you change your story enough, like I have and continue to do, you may find that it creates not a smaller life, but a bigger life for you. Here are some examples. Since his diagnosis, Alan and his husband and son have traveled to 11 countries. In addition, he's taken part in countless drug and procedure trials, very courageously. He's lectured and helped create programs in support of people with PD, and more. 3 times a week, he works out at Rocksteady Boxing, North Jersey. That's right, boxing. And he declares, every time I walk away, I'm a different man than the one I dragged in. It's simply a matter of sign up, show up, and the energy will come. This is freedom to choose, not dwelling on getting free from, but creatively choosing freedom to be, to do, to have, to express, to experience life. And it is your choice and my choice. So this week, exercise your freedom to choose and watch what happens. And let me know. I'd love to hear from you. And now to send us off into our week, enjoy this song written by our Bob Teesdale along with Lisa Ashman. Free will. You've got no choice. And that is the good news. I'll see you soon.
God gave us the flowers, and God gave us the trees. God gave us the power to do as we please. Anything in the world is ours if we believe it. And to top it all off, take it or leave it. We got free will. Free will. We got free will. We got no choice. No, we got no choice. We could say yes, and we could say no. It's up to us which way we go. We got rivers to cross, and mountains to climb, and people to love till the end of time. Anything in the world is ours if we believe it. And to top it all off, take it or leave it. Yeah, we got free will. Free will. We got free will. We got no choice. We got no choice. got no choice. We got no choice. Now there's a fork in the road, a bend in the stream. There's more up to us than anyone dreams. We got free will. Free will. We got free will. We've got no choice. We've got no choice. We simply got no choice. Free will. Yeah, you got no choice. There ain't no way around it. Free will. Ain't no doubt about it. Free will. Yeah, you got no choice.
Thank you, Bob, for such a beautiful way to complete Reverend Karen's inspirational message. Now, as we move into our time of offering, I want to let you know that here at the Center for Spiritual Living, Sarasota, we're available to support you in knowing the power and presence of your spiritual essence. We offer prayer support, inspiration, encouragement, and opportunities for virtual community and connection. And we're so grateful for your generous financial support of this center that allows us to support you. There are 3 easy ways to share your offering. On your screen, you'll see our website, which is www.cslsarasota.com, where you can choose a couple of options. You can select the donate button, which allows you to contribute via PayPal or by credit card, or you can mail a check to our address. You can also set up automatic contributions through your own online banking. And now I invite you to place your hand over your heart, and as you reflect on your gift, bless it as you share it, and know this with me. My gift goes forth to heal, to bless, and to prosper, and the divine flow returns it to me multiplied abundantly. Now, please join me in our offering affirmation on your screen. I give thanks that I may share of my good, my love, and my support. Thank you. Do you need prayer support? If so, I'd like to draw your attention to the green prayer request button. We invite you to use this feature to send us your request. Our 4 licensed spiritual practitioners, Kathleen Frankert, Ron Frost, Nicole Leeds, and me, are available to know and affirm spiritual truth with and for you in whatever challenge you may be experiencing. We're also available for 1-hour spiritual coaching sessions by appointment. These sessions offer the opportunity to explore a deeper understanding and practical application of the spiritual truth that transcends your problem or challenge. For more information, check our website under the staff link at the left side of the screen, and then select practitioners. Here on our website, you can also sign up to receive our weekly email newsletter. Please also check out our Facebook page for posts about upcoming events. I have a few announcements for you this morning. First, we'll be holding our monthly virtual social connection hour via Zoom called Coffee and Chat today at 11 a.m. Eastern after the service. The Zoom link can be found in our email newsletter that was sent this past week, on our website, and on our Facebook page. We hope you'll join us for some catching up. Next, today is the deadline to sign up for the class entitled Change Your Thinking, Change Your Life, that begins this Tuesday, July 13th. This 5-week class will be facilitated by licensed spiritual practitioner Kathleen Frankert. During this class, you'll uncover the beliefs and thoughts you have about relationships, money, and health. Then you can choose to either build on what you have or create something new and exciting for yourself. For more information, please see our Facebook page, our website, or our email newsletter. But remember, today is the deadline, so act now if you plan to participate. And finally, just a reminder that our Spiritual Living Circle meets via Zoom every Wednesday evening at 7 p.m. to discuss an article from the current month's Science of Mind magazine. This week, we'll be discussing the article by Julie Miro entitled David Suzuki, The Power of One, Led by a Vision. If you'd like to participate, please email me at the address shown on your screen, and I'll send you the conference invitation, along with the article and discussion guide. Now, as we conclude this sacred time together, let us move forward into the week ahead with peace and joy, knowing we can always choose freedom in every moment. I invite you now to listen or join in singing our closing song, Let There Be Peace on Earth. Thank you for being with us, and have a great week, everyone.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be with God our Creator. We are family. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every breath I take, let this be my solemn